Yeah, yeah.
What's up, Charlie?
Yo, Mahmoud,
Hello?
what's up?
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Bro, did you see Chelsea now
I
earlier?
didn't. What did I miss? I wasn't on TV.
Yeah, it was Chelsea Liverpool.
Oh, don't say a word. Well, I already know what happened. If you're so excited.
It
Shit. That was on
was
TV.
yeah, it was a really good game.
Liverpool, how the mighty have fallen.
I don't know if you because I have a French TV so I can watch French TV too. They showed it on French TV.
Oh, I'd love to hear that broadcast. um,
Guys,
what's
Oh,
up,
they
Kaiser?
killed them.
Did you?
Yeah, they might miss the Champions League for next year if they don't win it.
Did Pulisic play?
Who? No, he played. I think he was
Sub.
a substitute. Yeah, sub. I think it came out in the 17 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'll have to watch the replay.
You should. Yeah,
I
it's really
watch all
good
the
game.
replays. I can't sleep without the white noise of soccer. All right. I'm getting tired of not knowing these guys. I'm serious. It's about go time for this knowledge to kick in. I'm on page 405 of this book.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
There's only 500.
you've been going through each chapter like in order.
Yep. I've just
That's
been
pretty
reading it.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I definitely have dug down deep into the cryptology chapter.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. That's coming up next.
Yep.
The other one I really wasn't on. Like the other one where you see the most highlight is like um, chapter 4, which is securing your network.
Okay.
That's SSL, TLS, all that. NAC, EAP, EAP, TLS, EAP, TTLS, EAP, LEAP, all that. That's the other one I really. It's like
So, are
all.
you going like a chapter a day?
I'm going as much as I can a day. Um,
Uh,
I don't know. I'm just looking to get to the point where I'm getting like 9 out of 10. You know, because
Yeah.
you need 83 out of 100 to win.
I think I'm a sign up for this Sec Plus in April.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was thinking in May. I was thinking after Ramadan.
Yeah.
hmm.
Well,
Mahmoud, that's why I only do it before Ramadan, so that like
Yeah, I can't.
you don't do
yeah,
shit during Ramadan, do you?
You just fast.
You just fast, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Fasting is not easy, bro.
No, I can't imagine it is.
When you say
Um,
fast, you guys are allowed to drink water though, right?
No, no water, no
Nothing.
food from
Oh man.
dawn, yeah, to dusk.
what is that supposed to symbolize, or does that have any symbology connection?
Has health benefit. It has some
Oh, I'm aware of that.
and it has it's supposed to feed poor people or feel the same way how they feel and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
yeah,
Anytime you're giving up your normal life for a little while, it's good.
yeah.
Kind of like COVID.
Yeah.
All right, we haven't done a performance question in a while, but I don't feel like starting today. They're kind of hard to do over this thing. You guys dying to do one? Should we look at one real
Yeah.
quick? Yeah.
We'll find out like somewhere. But
What?
okay, let's go. We'll find out. See if I can find something from Get Certified, Get Ahead. If they have anything performance based,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any, but maybe. But hold on, hang on to that one then.
Have you done any of the labs in this book? The labs are kind of cool.
Yeah, I did some of them.
They don't break like our labs usually. Maybe they don't break. Maybe it's just me. All right, I'm gonna go on with this one. A company has proprietary mission-critical devices connected to their network, which are configured remotely by both employees and approved customers. The administrator wants to monitor device security without changing their baseline config. Which of the following should be implemented to secure the devices without risking availability? So this question, what does this boil down to? Does this slow you down?
Wants to monitor device security.
Let's just throw this out right away, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
and IPS.
are you sure you want to throw that out?
Yeah, and IPS, yeah.
Yep.
Why?
IPS is like active mode, and
Yep.
that will slow them down first of all, and it's prevention, not detection.
But why would
Hold
this?
on, let
I
me go
know the
back to
answer,
the
by the way.
question.
I know the answer to what I'm asking, but why does this slow you down? Because it's inline, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're left to these two, and I think this slows you down too.
Yeah, I like IDS for this.
Yes.
Me too.
Okay. Yesterday, when we were doing those questions about IDS, I'm still not convinced with those answers, honestly.
I'll tell you what. There was a couple of them I thought were completely crazy.
Yeah, they were wrong. Some of them were. I think the way they wrote the question just kind of random. I don't know if the professors they have the answers.
It's not their fault. It's somebody that writes the questions. That speaks. What do they speak in Israel as a first language? That speaks that as a first language.
Hebrew.
Yeah, Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
English. English is a second language person doing their best to mimic CompTia questions, which is hard. Okay, good job, guys. Way to think that through.
Mhm.
Oh, geez, look at this word. I haven't seen this before. How often, at a minimum, should Emily, an administrator, review the access and rights of users in her system? That's a weird question. At a minimum, I think this is what they want us to guess.
Right.
That seems too long. That seems too often.
Yeah.
That seems maybe is the answer, but
I feel like A is the answer, but I mean A seems like it should be the answer, but they're gonna throw in that B as the answer.
yeah, think about it though, tomorrow. Like, if you did that,
This-
what if you had somebody fired Monday, fired Tuesday, fired Wednesday? That could happen in a big company. Like that would be crazy.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like, if your company is like 20, 30,000 employees, and
People getting fired
every
multiple
like
times a
hour,
day. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go
yeah,
with this
and
one.
somebody's getting hurt or leaving the company or something. So I would go with A.
Bang. I haven't come across this in the book. Oh, here's the other thing I wanted to bring up to you guys. I get to the fire suppression section of this book, and I'm looking everywhere for our favorite term, that FR200 gas, and it's nowhere to be found. So not everything in this book coincides with this website, which I would argue means that not everything on either of these coincides with the test exactly.
Did they talk about a
Okay, I
banned substance
got this
though?
book. Can
They
you
didn't
see?
mention any. They mentioned, yeah, they mentioned the gas. They mentioned like
Mm-hmm.
the physical properties of how you don't want to put water on an electrical fire, and they just didn't mention the specific gas.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
that's just something. Maybe that's something we'll learn and won't be on the test. It'll just be
I
in.
got my cyber ops book. I didn't look into that one, but there's like one thing that interests me in there is our favorite topic, which
Which
I really
is
wanna go
mandatory
over.
vacations. Got to be
Um,
mandatory vacations.
PK. No, no, here, fundamentals of cryptography and
Yeah.
Oh
public key
boy.
infrastructure.
Yep.
They have this chapter also in there. So that's
Yeah,
what
I'm
I
sure they
wanna
do.
go.
Yeah. Well, listen.
I wanna review that one.
My point was only to
Mhm.
say, don't think the book's got everything or anything we're using per se has everything.
Yeah.
Even Dr. Professor Messer. That's what I took from that, right?
Yeah.
All right, what do we get here?
I have not seen a single video of Dr. Professor Messer.
You have
Really?
not?
No. I'm relying mostly on the book.
I recommend using it for this reason. I think it activates a different part of your brain when you
It
read.
does.
Yeah, when you like read about one subject, and then his are the ability you can go search that subject. So then watch the video about it, and it
Especially
kind of.
because yeah. Especially because like when you read it, you're gonna interpret it your way. And it's
Mhm.
always nice to hear someone talk about it again for you
Mhm.
to be like, oh, okay, it'll connect better.
It's kind of like a book
Yes.
versus a
Yeah, I should
movie.
I should I should start watching those.
The book, if you do the book
Yeah.
only, it gives your mind the ability to
Listen
imagine.
to it on your way to work.
Yeah,
Huh?
Listen to it on your way to work. That's what I do. I just listen to it
That's
on my way to work.
that's what I should do because
Yeah.
I drive an hour to work.
Me too.
Yeah.
the only problem is he doesn't go through questions like we
So
do.
you just find it on YouTube, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can't miss him. He's all over the joint. All right,
Mm-hmm.
the security admin is observing unusual network behavior from a workstation. The workstation is communicating with a known malicious destination over an encrypted tunnel. A full antivirus scan with an updated antivirus definition file does not show any signs of infection. Which of the following has happened on the workstation?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you know that the term viral
Works.
is like it's a specific reference to a number of views over a period of time? It's not just like something doesn't just go viral. It's got to hit a certain number before it becomes open quote viral close quote. I didn't know that until recently. I was just reading about this, and I don't know the answer. Which of the following provides the least availability?
Would it be 0?
Uh,
That's too obvious of a question. I think it's one.
Least availability.
I was just reading about. I got it right here. RAID 0 doesn't provide any redundancy or fault tolerance.
Yeah. That's not
It
one.
just means that you're spreading files across 2 disks. Um, RAID 1 mirrors to the other disk. I think it's RAID 0, guys. RAID 3 is a thing, but not really. Don't really worry about it. It's very rarely used. I know that's true. And then RAID 5 is 3 or more disks that are striped together similar to RAID 0. Let's find out. I think it's 0. Just
Obvious of a question.
this stuff, see this right here? Disk striping. I think that just means you separate your shit into two disks instead of one.
Mhm. Yep.
That does not give you the same thing that RAID 5 or RAID 10 gives you.
Charlie, can you go back to the previous question? I really having a hard time understanding the 0-day attack.
Okay. Zero-day attack for me is one that none of the antivirus signatures have recognized yet.
Okay.
You know how they use either signature-based detection or heuristic detection?
Uh-huh.
Well, they haven't figured this one out yet. Hey, Srijana.
Hey, Charlie.
Welcome.
Can I join you guys for Security
So
Plus?
so glad to
Sure.
have you.
You are welcome.
So glad
Ooh,
to
you
have you.
guys are all smart guys here. I'm going to learn something today.
Well, we're talking about our old friend, the zero-day attack, right now.
Okay.
Um, so this is it, Mahmoud. I mean, it's the one where you're not able to scan for it because it doesn't exist on the registries yet. Nobody knows about it yet.
Or they may know about it, they just haven't found a patch for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's just recently released into the wild,
Mhm.
or has not been discovered yet. That's what that is. So most of this stuff is this bunch of malarkey. Let's see. The workstation part of this is not necessary. That's a red herring. This encrypted tunnel thing is a red herring. All that matters is this part of it. Right?
Mhm.
Sorry.
I'm moving on when you say you're comfortable with what zero day is.
I am. I got it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, we just Srijana, this is the one we just did this one too. Which of the following provides the least availability? And this comes down to knowing these things.
Okay. I'm
And
just going to listen, guys.
huh?
I'm just going to listen because I haven't bought the book yet. So,
Yeah, you're fine.
okay.
Listening's totally fine.
Okay.
But we figured out
Hey,
that RAID 0 is just disk driving. What's up?
Sirijana, we have this uh, online, I mean, not online version, but like PDF version of
The
book.
book.
So if you want, I can share it with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much because I haven't really technically bought a book yet. So,
That's
uh,
basically like having the book if you just get that.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm putting it here. Let me know if you want me put it on Slack.
Okay.
All right.
Where is
Or
the
chat is
book?
fine too. Slack or chat, both is fine.
Okay, I'm putting on chat.
Okay.
Where is it?
All right, here we go. Which of the following is a vulnerability associated with disabling pop-up blockers? A vulnerability associated with disabling pop-up blockers. What do you guys like? I don't hate that one. When we're talking about a vulnerability, I don't think it's this. That's functionality, right?
No.
Disabling
Yep.
pop-up.
I don't think that applies either.
No.
No, it's the same thing as B, right? Same as
Yeah.
B. Another browser
Yeah,
browser.
mommy's coming. Mommy is coming.
I think it's B. I think it's B.
You think it's B
Yeah.
as in boy?
Yep.
How is this a vulnerability?
Which of the following is vulnerability?
This is our key word here.
Pop-up blocker. Okay, I was thinking about like
it's
ads.
D.
I was thinking about
No,
ad
it
there.
happens, Kaiser. It happens all the time for me, at least.
Yeah.
I like A and D. Let's talk about those
Blocker.
two.
But how is an alert from the administrator would be vulnerability?
Because if you couldn't see the alert, like if the admin's like, "Oh shit, we got a zero-day attack happening," and
Right.
you couldn't see that alert, then you'd be vulnerable.
Like you're
Um,
not getting the alert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you, but I like D better because I know D is something that
So
actually does
this
happen.
pop-up blocker is on your browser, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I block it all the time. So actually, by default, I put it like block mode, and I get the messages. Okay, you have to unblock it if you want to
You,
visit this site or something.
and you basically
So then,
whitelist it right then.
Right.
then I say, okay, temporarily allow it, and then it will be disabled next time I go in. So, uh,
Yeah.
so
I mean, definitely, like, to your point earlier, although it's not a vulnerability, that's definitely something associated with this.
So yeah,
yeah,
you actually disabling the pop-up blockers. You're not
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're turning that off.
yeah, if you turn it off, you would get the
enabling.
alert because
You,
it's
Oh
not.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how you get the
I
alert
was
if you turn
thinking
it
about
off.
that.
If
It's
this,
Yeah,
actually
I was
here.
this is begging, this to me makes sense. This to me is almost like,
okay.
it's like
Disabling.
if you disable this, does that mean another browser window opens? I don't know
Could
So
about
be.
yeah,
that.
that's what I was kind of thinking. I'm like, so how is it if you disable your pop-up blocker? How is it that an a malicious code can be executed?
It doesn't make sense to me tomorrow.
Because it almost sounds like it's like you're enabling another rule on your firewall.
You're
And
disabling something, not opening up a new door. You're
right.
shutting a
So how
door.
did
Yeah.
yeah, but obviously there's a vulnerability with that. And it's like, what is it? But
I
yeah,
think it's got to be that.
I feel like it's A as well.
Any UD people still holding out?
I think it's D.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
hold on 1 second. Let me see again because
I love when Kaiser's
I was
frantically
doing
looking something up.
two things at a time because I was sending her file and also like confused with disabling and enabling and pop up and something else. So
You got all
it's
kinds of browser issues,
vulnerabilities.
Kaiser.
I think when you enable the
I
pop-up
know.
blockers, that's when you don't get a message.
Wait a second. Maybe I'm crazy.
Exactly.
Maybe
I
yeah,
know.
maybe you're right, Mahmoud.
No,
Maybe
no,
I was not thinking about this.
no.
You're disabling the
When you
blockers, so
enable,
you're allowing pop-ups.
Oh,
you're
I,
allowing everything. You're allowing
Yeah.
everything in
they were
there.
the
It's
ones
right.
what
that were
they're trying to
Yes.
install.
Now, okay. All right.
shit.
I had
Okay,
that backwards. I had that
I had it
backwards.
backwards too. Oh, so I think I like D now.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm with D.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. So Srijana, this is your lesson for the night. You got to read these things correctly, man. If you read them a little off, you get screwed up. You're done. How did Mahmoud had it from the beginning, and I didn't understand what he was saying.
I
That
just
happens.
I think Charlie, I was on the same wavelength as you. That you're taking the pop-up blockers down.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you're blocking them. Yeah.
Well, we worked it out in the end. Good job,
We sure
guys.
did.
Good job. Good job. All right, somebody want to pick this one up?
Which of the following is a measure of biometric performance, which rates the ability of a system to correctly authenticate an authorized user? Failure to capture, type 2, mean time to register, template capacity.
I think it's type 2.
Have you seen this? I haven't. I don't remember coming across this.
I remember coming across type 2 in reference to biometrics, but I'm like 60%.
Let's
I've
think
never
about the other
seen one of these
answers.
terms.
No, I know. Well, let's work this out the old school way. Um, a measure of biometrics performance. So all these have to be one of those, and they have to
Okay.
encourage
And
Okay,
this
for
template
and this
biometric.
capacity.
isn't this is in reference to like the false positives and
Uh-huh. Kind of.
yeah, and that's yeah, it's definitely I believe it's B.
I believe it's A. I
Mm,
think. Okay, here biometrics is like there's a as you said like false positive, false negative. If it reads like it's based on the sensitivity. If it's like too sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
then you
right.
get like too much failure. And if it's like less sensitive, you may get like too much like uh, what you call
Information, really, feedback.
positive, but it's
Yeah.
not actually positive.
Yeah, and
So.
you have a good argument.
Uh,
I it definitely failure to capture makes sense as well. And I'm
Failure to
only like I said,
capture. Think about what this one means, just for the sake of it.
no.
Mean time to register. This mean time part of that just usually means average time,
Mhm.
average time to register. That doesn't quite make sense. template capacity, I don't know if that makes sense. So if we're down to these two, I think we're
And
okay.
failure to capture, is that something?
Well, I think we're all kind of agreeing that feels like something that could be right here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when we get to a situation where we don't know anything about the question, what we're trying to do is get to a 50-50.
Yep.
That's the ideal. I don't know. Let's find out. We might be wrong. Type 2, Tamara had it. Damn it. You should have stuck by your guns,
Type 2
Tamara.
I should have, but I said I was 60%
was
sure.
acceptance rate. Okay. Here's the thing. False acceptance rate. If they said that one, then I would say like, okay, that's the one. But type 2, I don't know if I read that one
I
before.
Gotta
remember
take this
coming.
note.
I remember
Never heard
coming.
that before.
Yeah, no,
Ah, shit. Where's
I
my
had came
notepad?
across it. I came across it when I was reading it, but I couldn't remember um what context of what type 2 was, but I knew it was in reference to false positives
Yeah, you
and
were right on track.
uh,
You were right on track. Um, maybe you should have upped it to like 80%.
Okay,
maybe.
Charlie. Another term they use is abbreviation FRR, fall rejection rate. FAR or FRR, false acceptance rate or
Yeah, I got
false
it.
rejection rate.
And that has to do with biometric scanning, always, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
It's funny, I didn't come across that one either. All right,
There's
so that
also
one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
there's also a type 1 as well.
Yeah, I imagine there is. And this implies that we're supposed to know that type 2 equals far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's our first incorrect of the night. Good try. All right, this looks like back more our comfortable territory. Who wants it?
A security analyst needs to ensure all external traffic is able to access the company's front-end servers, but protect all access to internal resources. Which of the following network design elements would most likely be recommended?
DMZ.
Yep.
Because we're looking to
Front end.
do this,
Yeah. Yep.
but also do this. I like it. I feel good
Yep.
about it. Guess it. Bingo. I mean, I mean, this is kind of like, I suppose, tempting, as is that, and they're all kind of equally tempting because they all kind of separate things. But good job.
DMZ makes the most sense.
That's right, Tamara. You got it. Ooh, another short one. Who wants it?
I got it. Protecting the confidentiality of a message is accomplished by encrypting the message with which of the following?
Ooh, I think I know this one.
Sender's private key, recipient's public key, sender's public key, or recipient's private key.
I think I know this one. This is
I think it's
basically
B.
this.
I
I
think
know
it's
it starts with the recipient.
C.
Recipient
Oh,
public
is it?
key.
It starts with the recipient. I can't remember if it's public or private.
It starts with
It
the
will be
recipient
public.
public key.
Public. Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Because then
Mhm.
it goes to the sender
hmm
who
And then-
uses, I can't remember if the sender uses his private key and then sends it back to the recipient, and then he uses his private key.
To open it,
This
yeah.
is the last
Mhm.
part. That's the last part. I'm finally
Okay.
starting to understand
The
this.
sender, I think it's a sender's public key, not recipient's
No,
public
recipient public key.
key. Sender is sending. Sender is sending. So
Yeah.
his public key will be
Yeah,
used.
but he encrypts
Isn't
it with his.
The handshake starts with this guy.
Yeah. The recipient, he
I
uses
know
the
it's
recipient's
public
public key to encrypt. I'm kind of
Okay.
like
Let
Tamara
him
said, I'm 60,
let him battle it
60%
out.
sure about that.
Okay.
I feel like it starts with the recipient. Whenever
I think it is a recipient.
this is asking about the encryption process, right?
Yeah.
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 And
If
where
you're
it
confident
starts.
with recipient,
Recipient public
Kaiser,
Why
you
wouldn't
can.
it?
confident with public.
Start with the? Why wouldn't it start with the
So Jonas says
sender?
B.
because
think
because in the encryption process, you use the recipient public key to encrypt the message, and then the recipient uses his own private key to decrypt the message.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
think
like
I think this.
it's
Yeah.
really
That's
weird.
what
It's like
all
when you're
right.
trying to send somebody a message, you grab their key first. You grab the who you're sending it to.
Yeah. Go for it, Rohan.
Okay, let's find out.
B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here it
Okay.
is right here.
So good.
So
Should
he
include the recipient's name in the
he
message
encrypts it with
subject
the
using
public
his
key and then
private
sign
key.
it with his private key. This is the part that we need to understand. So he encrypts the message with
Okay.
the
Yeah.
recipient public key, but he signs it with his private key, with the sender's private key.
Should we look up an image?
Yeah.
This is first of all, let's just take a laugh at this. This is all we're getting for tags on this. That's weak. Like that's
His
weak.
private
His
key.
private key is a tag. Somebody made that a tag. Come on, bruh. This is public key infrastructure right here, the heart of it. You know, like this is the whole thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Hey guys, so in this question, like the sender is using his private keys and the recipient is using his public keys. The
All right,
recipient is using to encrypt, right, the message, right?
Mm-hmm.
we're thinking
Okay.
it starts
What
here,
I'm
right?
getting.
It starts here, and then
Okay.
it goes over
Here,
here,
what I'm getting.
and then it goes to here,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
Thank.
Here, what I'm getting out of this question.
All right.
Sender's private key, recipient's public key,
Uh-huh.
and then recipient's private key.
This
Okay.
is the order though. When
If
this
you're sending, you use
Yeah,
yeah.
this
Mhm.
person
Yep.
starts off the
A,
whole
B, and
interaction by grabbing that.
Uh-huh.
Then
Mhm.
this person continues the action by pairing it up with this, his private key or her private key. And then, and I'm only saying this so forcefully because I've been struggling with this so bad. Then this person opens it up with this because it started with his public key, which has a mathematical relationship to his private key,
Mhm.
right? So do these.
Yep.
These all have relationships. The senders and the. I don't know if I explained that well at all, but it's finally making sense to me.
It's a matching pair.
I see. Now I understand. Thank you.
We really, I mean, we're doing ourselves a disservice to not pull up a graphic.
The graphic is even more confusing.
Maybe so. Maybe so. And maybe let's talk PKI. Here, yeah, this is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Yeah,
So
it's
which
gonna
one
be
is
annoying.
going though?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really put it as. Okay, this might be better. Oh no, it's not any better.
This is the digital
It's
signal.
Okay, hold on. Go back.
It's gonna f us up, Kaiser. It's gonna confuse us more.
No, it kind of makes sense. It just doesn't say. So that key that's there, that key that Jack is sending, he's
Uh-huh.
basically sent that by signing. He signed that message with his private key to go along with sending it to Jill. Correct?
Yeah, but
Yes.
that doesn't reflect this question, which I think would
No.
imply that he needs Jill's public key first to start it all.
Go back to the previous picture.
That's awful. That's
Here.
awful.
Let me see if
If
I
I
can
could,
understand.
if I could whiteboard this, I would circle Jill's public key. See that top key for Jill?
Yep.
See how that's the starter right there. That goes down and to the left and gets paired up with Jack's public key. Now he's got his key pair. Then it goes back down to the right, and Jill can figure that out because that public key that Jack used to pair with his
Navya?
jives with his private key, or with her private key. I don't know if that makes any
Right.
sense.
So Jill is the recipient. That's what you're saying?
Jill is the recipient, yes.
And Jack is the sender.
Yeah.
So the first thing that needs to happen is I'm just repeating what you said. The first thing that
Yep.
needs to happen is that Jack needs Jill's public key.
That's right.
Correct.
That's my understanding of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
And
So
then Jack takes
how does Jack get Jill's public key?
because it's available to
Okay,
everybody,
right.
right?
But
Remember?
that's what he uses to encrypt. Jack uses Jill's public key to encrypt.
He basically like links up his. Uh, I thought it was his
Public.
private key. I thought it says public key there, but I thought it was his private key. Basically, when he gets hers, he puts it with his private, sends it back, and she can break the private because it's got her mathematics in there too,
Yeah.
in the public key.
I think when sending a message, I think there is
That's a
two.
bad graphic.
I
Sorry.
think there is
That is a
two
horrible
things
graphic.
happening there.
Mhm.
There is encryption and signature. I think they're two different things.
Yes, I think that's right.
So when you encrypt, you encrypt with the public
They're all
key, but
bad.
when you sign with your own private key.
Private key, correct.
So it's two things happening.
Okay, so let's don't get confused between those two things. Okay.
Well,
Okay,
what is
let's
it? Let me
move
see
on.
the explanation again. The
Yes.
sender should include the recipient's
Okay,
name in the
okay, okay.
message,
Should we
sign
solve?
it using his private key, then encrypt both the message and the signature using the recipient's public key.
Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of what we were talking about, but not really.
Yeah,
I mean, it's using back to the Jack and Jill. That would be Jill's public key. He's making the message solid with that
with the
and
public key.
and his
Yeah.
private.
So the encryption happens with the recipient's public key.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to start with like, if you and I were messaging and I was going to send you a message, I would need your public key. Then I would pair it up with my private key, send you the message, and your private key could break it.
Gotcha.
That make sense?
Yes, sir.
That was like the best explanation out of the 17 I attempted there.
No,
Mhm.
I think what my understanding, I could be wrong. So you encrypt with let's say I'm sending a message to Charlie. I use
Mhm.
Charlie's public key to encrypt the message, and I
Mhm.
use my private key to prove who I am.
Right.
Mhm.
Authentication.
And then and then when Charlie gets the message, he decrypts it with my public key, and
Right.
then he proves that he's Charlie with his private key. Oh, yeah, mommy's here.
Hannah. Yeah, it's yeah, that makes sense the way you say it like that.
I think you still encrypt and decrypt with the public key, but you prove who you are with the private key.
Yes.
The authentication piece is the
And
private
that
key.
authentication key.
Okay.
And that's why it's called exchange.
Yeah.
Key exchange, yeah.
Crisscross.
Yeah, crisscross key exchange. All right, I think we're making progress on that. That's a tough subject, though. That's one of my bugaboo subjects for
It
sure.
is.
Yeah.
It like I
It's
said,
a
I
whole field on
literally.
itself.
Yes. It is.
It makes me respect these Diffie and Hellman guys. They did that shit back in the 70s, I think. All right, what's the following is an example of a false negative? That's one right there. This is, it thinks it's good and it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're looking for it thinks it's good. Actually, that might be it. We're looking for what a false negative is. What
False
we
negative.
False negative.
It thinks
when
that
it,
it's
it's when
good,
it,
but it's actually bad.
yeah, it
Right.
misses it. It misses
Yeah.
it.
No.
Yeah. It's A.
A.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
This is the other way around.
E.
That's a.
Mhm.
I don't even know what that is.
That would be a a
a
true
false
negative.
True negative. Thank you.
It's a false. It's a false positive.
False positive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a false positive. That's a false negative. This is the worst
Yeah.
one. This is the one you don't want right here.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Hi, birds. Oh, here we go. A DDoS attack can best be described as.
See.
We know it's not
Multiple
that.
computers attacked and
Yeah.
target on reason.
It's not this because this piece does not make sense.
No, yeah. See,
That's what it
T.
is.
Yep.
See?
My doom.
Oh,
That was the best video game when I was a kid. Doom. Man, that was fun. One of the servers on the network stops responding due to lack of available memory. Server administrators did not have a clear definition of what actions should have taken place based on the available memory. This is a fuck. Which of the following would have best kept this incident from occurring? Okay, one of the servers in a network runs out of memory. They did not have a clear definition of what should have taken place. What would have stopped that? I think these were red herrings.
A, A is out.
I think it's this.
It's B, yeah.
Right? Does everyone remember what performance baseline is?
Yep.
I have a note for it.
Baseline just tells you what things look like when everything's normal.
Yes.
So
It's
that would
like your perfect scenario.
Yep. Of course, the definition does not ever reflect anything that I say. What a funny. Your daughter is funny. I can barely hear her, but she sounds funny. During a server audit, a security admin does not notice abnormal activity. However, a network security analyst notices connections to unauthorized ports from outside the corporate network. Using specialized tools, the network security analyst also notices hidden processes running. Which of the following has most likely been installed on the server? Okay.
Backdoor.
so we know we can eliminate A. We can eliminate
Skim.
C.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's the key? What's the key to the question? It's this part of it.
Connections. Mm-hmm. That's backdoor.
then notices
Yeah.
hidden processes running.
That's just like throw you off.
Using specialized tools.
And I agree with you, but just like to to justify the reason of why it wouldn't be rootkit is because rootkit basically it attacks like the main kernel of a system, right?
Yep. Tell you
Mm-hmm.
what, it's a lot harder to discover. Keep going. Sorry.
And I just don't see anything in that question to make me believe it would be rootkit over backdoor.
There's no mention of any kind of kernel, any kind of hard drive.
Right.
All right, let's take backdoor and run with it. Damn it.
Shit.
Well, the only thing about a rootkit is it's hard to discover, right?
Let me see what it says.
Oh, okay. Here, see, it says like create a backdoor into the system for hackers use.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. I did not know that one.
It's just part of what it
Okay.
does,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, you have to in order to
Root.
initiate a rootkit, it has to be a backdoor process. But I guess what leads to me picking rootkit over backdoor in this
I
question. I
think
guess
it's
that's
supposed to
where
be. I think this is the answer, Tamara, to that question. To that, I think it's got to be something like this was going on in the
Okay, hidden
background,
process is running.
and it took
Mm-hmm.
these specialized tools to figure it out. Thus, it wasn't just your everyday backdoor. It was actually. I think that's what we were supposed to think.
okay.
Does that make any sense? I don't know. We got it down to the
Yep.
last. We got it down to the two at least. The two that made some sense. Oh my God, there's 8. Look at all the answers. Holy shnikey. Oh.
Oh,
During a penetration test from the internet, Jane, the system admin, was able to establish a connection to an internal router, but not successfully log into it. Oh man, which ports are open on the firewall?
I'd like
Or, okay, so
to be
what we're given is
like 4.
able to establish a connection to internal router, but not log in. So,
Good gosh.
how do we think about this question? How do you
Eliminate the
Okay,
ones.
eliminate which ones tomorrow?
20, 21, 22 are FTP, right?
22 is not. 22 is
22 is
SSH.
22,
SSH.
22 is SSH. Okay.
Yep.
So
23 is
B and
telnet.
F are same, and we have C and J together.
Yep, they're the
Same
same.
thing. Terminal services are login, kind of same things. rsync. What is that?
Oh God. How many answers is that?
69. What was 69? 69 and
69 is
3389 is
hang on, I got 69. 69 is shit, I don't have it.
What do you need? I'm
let
here.
me
I got
see.
it. 69?
TFTP.
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 Okay, so that would imply that's secured, right? This is secured, right? This is secured. Which ones are not secured? This one, this one,
21.
this
23.
one, this one.
What's 3389 again?
Alright, remote desktop protocol.
Okay.
How's that not secure?
I don't think it's. I just think by default it's not secure. That's my guess
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
I think that's RDP. RDP is the secure version and Telnet is the unsecure version.
Oh boy.
It's I think 3389 is secure. It's
It
Microsoft
is.
Server RDP.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
well I'm
secure.
just trying to figure out which of these 4 go together.
Okay.
It could be just
First of
Telnet
all,
23.
let's see. Let's go back to the question. She can connect to the router,
Shit.
but she cannot
Sorry.
log in.
Hang on.
So
I'll
she
go
cannot
over.
log in.
Yes, which tells you what?
So
What does that
ports are
tell you?
open, but
Ports are open, but there's some authentication in place, right?
something is so why the ports are open? Ports are like unsecured ports are open, I guess, which brings is 21.
I feel like SSH is one.
Well, we've got secure
SSH is
here,
secured.
secure
Yeah.
here,
So I don't think that
insecure here, insecure
21
here.
terminal
I think you
services
can connect if there is a
21,
secure
23.
if it's secure.
So we're looking for
No.
secure ones, right?
We're looking
Because-
for the secure ones, yes.
Because of this.
yes.
So in that case, it would be 22.
Mm-hmm.
6
16.
SSH.
I mean, this is
So,
TFTP. We don't know if that's secure, do we? What's that?
Trivial file transfer protocol. That's a file transfer, so I don't think that applies.
No.
These don't make any sense to me.
Terminal services is kind of like the one we use on Linux. That's
That looks
terminal.
like that strikes me as something you'd want to have secure.
So how many we have? We have SSH, we have 3389, and we have
So if we're gonna go with SSH, wouldn't we go with RDP too?
yeah, we're going on RDP too. So EF, B, and
What about G?
G. I would go with
BEFG. Let's.
yeah.
A, J.
This will
Okay,
be a
hold on.
miracle if
R,
this is right.
J.
There's no way.
Let me
Come on.
make my picks.
Which
and
are login and are sync?
I don't effing know.
Nah, I don't. I'm not
H
familiar.
should
I
tell
mean,
me.
I've seen those things in existence, I think.
Kazar,
Remote
what's our
login.
login?
That's a remote login.
Oh,
You
I'm
use
hitting
in.
it. Get your answers together, Kaiser, because here they come.
Hold on 1 second. One
Too
second.
late, too late, too late.
so
B,
At least
B,
I have
you got B
one.
right.
I
C
have
was
one
right.
right.
B, C, F.
C, what's C?
B C
So it doesn't. It didn't have anything to do with security. All right.
B C F J.
Okay. It was asking which ports do you use to connect to a router,
Okay.
which we didn't know. But it's 22, 23. What is?
Telnet.
Okay. Wanted both answers for secure shell, and both answers for telnet is what it looked for.
Uh-huh.
See that?
That's some BS though.
So
Well,
we need,
we just didn't have this. We just didn't have this knowledge right here at the beginning.
Mhm.
so that means we don't know the port numbers.
No, I don't
would
think that's it. That
We would have
we didn't
we would have noticed that
we
there is a 10 net
this
Well,
is
and
we
no
knew
no this
22
this
was SSH.
this
yeah,
is what we messed up right here. This part, connection to an internal router.
yeah,
When you do that, it necessitates those two things.
yeah. Either it is
I didn't know
true.
that.
Either SSH or telnet. There's only those two. We studied that.
Well, where were
I
you
know.
5 minutes ago?
I didn't understand the question, to be honest with you.
That's half the battle, isn't it?
I know.
Okay, let's see. FTPS uses which of the following TCP ports by default?
Wouldn't that
Let's
be 20 and
20 and
21?
21.
A.
Well, let me just refresh one thing to you guys. Are you sure that it doesn't use a
Yeah.
different set when it's S?
FTP is 20 and 21. So what's
Yeah, but what makes you think that?
1239 and 445?
I'm telling you,
No idea.
I think it's D, bro.
443
443 is
HTTPS.
And 20.
mhm.
I got a lurking suspicion it's D. Srijan's going with
What
you
is
guys.
989 and 990? What is that?
Well, here's the question reframed, Kaiser. The question is, does the secure version of FTP run on the same ports it usually does, or different ports? I'm guessing different ports. You're guessing same ports, right? Does that make sense? Let's find out.
Let me pull my
Okay,
port
Bang!
table.
Suck it!
What is it?
D
It's 989. I knew it. It's this when
it's
you
a
put
FTP over
when you,
SSL.
this one right here makes it this different pair of ports. It goes from this to this when you put the S on the end of it.
What's
Hold on.
20 and 21?
That's FTP
FTP.
proper.
FTP
Regular.
regular.
989, 990 is FTP over SSL.
And the confusion, if I may add, Tamara, is that sometimes protocols that we've seen don't change their numbers when they add like the SSL or whatever in the end. Like there's some of them where it stays the same. I could swear, but in this
Gotcha.
case, it changed. Somehow I remember that.
Good job, Charlie.
Thank you for the pat in the back. I needed it.
No, actually, that was a really good one.
An attacker used an undocumented and unknown application exploit to gain access to a file server, Mahmoud. Which of the following best describes this type of attack?
File server?
Don't worry about that. Worry about this.
0 day.
Bingo!
Yes. Thank you for pointing me to the right direction.
Undocumented and unknown, bruh. That's it. That's all it is.
That means I understood your explanation earlier.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, good. I'm not talking to a brick wall, like my wife says.
I bet she says that to you all the time. You can read this one. Brick wall.
Full disk encryption is most effective against which of the following threats? Denial of service by data destruction, I don't know. I don't know how to read that second word. Emanations,
Eavesdropping,
Yes,
emanations.
emanations.
if
Yeah.
malicious code, theft.
I've never seen this word used in
Me
security.
neither, but
It's a
I'm going
use.
with it.
It's
I'm
a good
going with
word.
B.
I think it's this.
Hardware?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's like if you leave your laptop and somebody steals it, they can't read anything on it.
So what's the? Can you guys explain what's the two words on B? What does it mean?
Eavesdropping is. Go ahead, Tamara.
Eavesdropping is basically man in the middle. It's you're trying to intercept a message between two people, and you're listening. You're listening to what they're saying.
Yeah.
So you're trying to gather whatever it is that they're trying to communicate. You're trying to take from them. I don't know what the hell emanations is.
I mean, as the English major, I can tell you that emanations are like instances of something happening, or like we can look it up.
So eavesdropping is like it's, it- what is it? An abstract but perceptible thing that issues an originated from a source.
It's just something that happens.
Yeah.
So these are occurrences of eavesdropping. You could think of this
Yeah.
as.
I think it's D.
For this, I think so. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Encrypts the data on the device.
I gotta pull my dictionary here. Shit. You guys pulling big words on me.
What's that? French to English or?
Oh no, English to English.
Wow, it's getting windy out. All right, the IT department has set up a website with a series of questions to allow end users to reset their own accounts. Which of the following account management practices does this help?
Recovery, you know?
Yeah.
Password recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, resetting their own accounts.
Mhm.
It's just making me think of this.
No, it's D.
Good. Good. Srijana got it too. Okay, moving on. Another port question.
A security administrator suspects that an increase in the amount of TFTP traffic on the network is due to unauthorized file transfers and wants to configure a firewall to block all TFTP traffic. Which of the following would accomplish this task?
B.
There's two parts to this though. You see the other part?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are we
I
sure
think
it's?
I think it's B because TFTP goes on TCP
Mm-hmm.
and TFTP is 69.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
So
File
you
transfer, I think, is always on TCP. Correct me
okay?
if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that
Maybe
would kind of make sense. You like part of TCP is that you kind of get validation that it got there, that
I would.
arrived.
I mean, I think we all would want it to be on TCP. So
This
I got with you. I'm with
this is
you.
this is the allure of speed. I think is
I want to
Right.
UDP.
see what 68 is.
Ah,
Uh,
ah,
What is it?
it's
Mahmoud.
D.
UDP.
It doesn't require authentication. It operates on UDP port 69.
Not to be confused with FTPS.
Right.
I think we forgot that we were looking at this. TFTP, trivial FTP. I still don't
Trivial.
think that. I'm not sure that would have led me to that, but I think that's probably something we should know.
I gotta take note of this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back it up.
No, it's okay. I got it. Yeah, it's okay. TFTP
TFTP.
over UDP and it's 69. By the way, guys, 68,
That's what?
68 and 78, 67 and 68 is DHCP and boot P. I don't know what's boot P.
Thank you for the extra knowledge when my brain is exploding with knowledge.
Jane, a security admin, has observed repeated attempts to break into a server. Which of the following is designed to stop an intrusion on a specific server? Oh, you gotta be a hips.
Okay, hold on.
Baby.
Control
Two
server.
parts.
Puzzle?
Which of the following is going to stop?
Yep.
A specific. Yep.
Mm-hmm. A specific server. Put that thing in line on the host. Yep, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Shirjana, are
Oh,
you getting it?
Oh my God,
she's
that's
getting all the
what?
right answers.
I haven't been studying it, but you know what? This is great for me. You guys are helping me. Something I
Uh,
remember from the class. You
we
guys are doing great.
we think that it's working. We feel like we're getting better at this. I think, don't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm so behind this thing, but just listening to it and participating whatever I know, it's really helping. Thank you guys.
Yeah, yeah. Glad to have you.
Okay.
There's no
Yeah.
race anyway. It's everybody's on their own time.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, what do we got? PGP here. Kaiser, you got it?
Yep. Company A sends a PGP, pretty good policy, encrypted file to company B. No,
Pretty pretty
yeah,
good protection.
good
Or
privacy
privacy,
or
privacy.
protection.
Thank you.
Privacy,
Privacy.
yeah. Okay. If company A used company B's public key to encrypt the file, which of the following should be used to decrypt data at company B?
public key.
Uh, okay.
This is almost asking the same thing again.
Yeah, it's a public key.
Look, if B is the recipient and they use
I think
this
it's
key,
private.
yeah, I agree with Kaiser.
I do
It,
too. It's private.
it's public
It's
key.
private.
You decrypt with the public key. You
No.
prove who you are
No,
with
you
private key.
No,
you encrypt
no.
with the public.
You encrypt and decrypt with the public key. You prove who you are with private
Okay.
key. Shit. Okay.
D.
Never mind.
I didn't want to argue with you. I just wanted to click on it. I knew it was D. What can we think about this here? Here we go, right here. Hi, kitty.
Yeah, we just talked
See
about
the
this.
last sentence?
Yeah, I think now I'm getting
It's
confused.
it's easy to get confused on that.
Yeah.
This was tricky because this question did not look like the same kind of question because of this.
Well, that's
This
meant
part.
to throw
This
you
part.
off.
Yes. This was all PGP. I guess all you needed to know about that is that it uses PKI, the key structure or whatever.
I'm not gonna answer any public-private key
You
questions.
gotta keep trying. Keep trying.
I thought I had them in the back pocket.
You were confident. You were definitely
I
were
did.
confident. You got stopped in your tracks.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's
it's good though.
That's-
Sometimes you need to be brought back to earth.
I've had it happen many times.
that's what happens. Like when you think like, oh yeah, we're getting it, then we
Yep.
get a
Nope.
question.
Uh-huh. No, it's good.
What the hell is that?
An IT security
Okay.
tech is actively involved in identifying coding issues for her company. Which of the following is an application security technique that can be used to identify known weaknesses within the code?
Isn't it fuzzing?
Buzzing.
I think it is fuzzing.
Earlier, I tried to pull Safiato on you, Charlie, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Just get louder on me. No, Charlie, no. That's the only
Yeah.
tempting answer besides fuzzing.
That is
but,
tempting. I was looking at it.
oh, thank God.
Yeah, but I don't think you scan. I mean, yeah.
It's not
What
quite the
scanning?
same thing. This
Yeah.
is different. This is
Okay.
code.
Fuzzing
Yeah.
is a software testing technique. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Random input. Always think random input when you get fuzzy. Hi, kitty. A security administrator needs to update the OS on all the switches in a company. Which of the following must be done before any actual switch configuration is performed? This is a request that needs to be done to something. It's got to be
change management.
it's got to be approved, right? It
It's
can't
a
be
change
it can't be
management.
yeah, it's got to be this
Yeah.
one. It can't be sent. It's got to be approved. And this is not
Yep.
really that's not what's going
See,
on.
No, because there's no incident.
whenever you want to make a change, go to change management.
Change
There is
management is
approved.
made for people like me who just do things on the fly and screw them up. Um, an administrator is assigned to
I'm kind
monitor.
of same
What's that?
way.
Go ahead. You the same way?
Yeah, I'm kind of same way. Yeah.
I do that all the time. I just do things on the fly and
So
I screw it up. An admin is assigned to monitor servers in a data center. What a boring job. A web server connected to the internet suddenly experiences a large spike in CPU activity. All of a sudden, it's not so boring. Which of the following is most likely the cause?
Crypto
Um,
mining.
data mining, says Mahmoud.
But
Answer E. He's voting for answer E.
yeah,
Um,
I would say
Spyware.
spyware.
well, shit. Hang
yeah.
on. Let's think about this. We got a large spike in CPU activity here.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
spy
feel like
Trojan.
that's got to
That's
be.
Trojan
That's got to be
DOS?
something like that. I mean, that's
No, it's
this is
not a
this,
DOS.
that's the one that's going to raise up the CPU activity out of all four of those. Unless there's something more to this that I'm missing. Connected to the internet. Suddenly
Yeah, I don't
experiences.
like spyware. I don't like Trojan. I don't like
It's
privilege
Do-
escalation.
it's DOS, y'all.
I think it's DOS.
Okay.
Okay, let's find
Georgiana
out.
said A.
So
I'm
John's
just
going.
guessing.
I was guessing Trojan, but I'm
Don't
not
get swayed
confident.
by us.
So
Go with your Trojan,
yeah, I'm going with Trojan and see
and you're gonna be
what
wrong.
Trojan does.
The key with this is that it slowed. It increased the traffic. This is a
Okay, why
miserable.
saying distributed denial of service is a DOS attack from multiple computers? Okay.
I don't know why they're explaining a DDoS attack when the answer is DOS.
DOS. Right.
DOS is just from a single attacker.
Hmm.
But the whole point is that this, that's a DOS attack.
Oh, okay. Large spike in CPU activity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get DOS. Is like your computer shuts down. You can't run. Nothing starts.
Trying
Nothing
to
runs.
overwhelm it. Yeah.
I used to do it to people on Xbox when I was a kid. I would kick them off when I was playing against them. That was awful. Low orbit ion cannon.
I got this.
Yeah, I see why.
Why would the
Yeah.
technician use a password cracker?
Oh Christ.
To look for weak passwords on network, to change a user's password when they leave the company, to enforce password complexity, to change user password if they have forgotten that. I think it's D.
Srijana, one of the things we've learned is that network technicians and security technicians use hacking tools on their own network when there's problems. Right? Haven't we seen that?
We've seen this particular question that when they forgot their password, sometimes the only way to recover it is to actually hack it.
It's not this. It's not this. It's got to be this.
Yeah, I think it's D.
Ah!
Huh?
I would say D sounds stupid to me.
D or
Yeah,
B?
this sounds
D,
not.
because my thing is, if you have the recovery thing, why not just recover the daggone password?
Well,
Mhm.
I think we were still thinking about it because we had the question. It was yesterday or the day before
Uh-huh.
that they said what the technician should do in the event that the users forgot his password.
Okay. Okay.
And it was
I think he brute forced them.
brute force him. Yeah,
He
No,
brute forced
here,
him to get his
I think
password.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think it
That's
wasn't.
crazy.
I think it wasn't technician. It was administrator who can use the brute force.
Yeah.
But technician, they cannot. But here he's
That's a good
using
point, though.
password
Yeah.
cracker. Here they're
I
using
feel like if you
password
could
cracker.
look for weak passwords, you could enforce those.
It should
Wow.
come hand in
Mhm.
hand.
Yeah.
And if somebody forgot their password, a technician can reset it and
That's what
ask
I
them
said.
to
That's what I'm
like
saying.
log in.
If you enforce password complexity, there is no way people actually password cracking.
I mean, it's not gonna give me anything.
No.
Let's just
Okay.
move on. We got our ass kicked on that one.
Yeah.
Ugh. Emily,
Emily,
go ahead. Sorry.
Emily, the Chief Information Officer, has requested an audit take place to determine what services and operating systems are running on the corporate network. Which of the following should be used to complete this task? She
Okay.
requested an audit to take place to determine what services and operating systems are running on the corporate network.
Two things there: services and operating systems. Each answer's got two things. So let's pair them up. Now, what gives you what services are running?
I think port scanning.
Okay, if that were true, then fingerprinting would be how you identify operating systems. I don't know. Is that true?
Well,
Um,
fuzzing and port scanning.
I I tend to like that a little bit better,
Fuzzing is for
but
the
I don't.
application testing.
I think this might be.
Or C,
Operating
vulnerability
system? I
scan.
think
Yeah.
I'm going for D.
This is a good question.
Fingerprinting could be operating systems. Like, I don't know.
Oh boy, this is a tricky one.
What do you think, Tamara?
I'm trying to understand because when they say operating systems, they mean like I'm only imagining there's more than one. So you got Microsoft, you got Linux, you got
Yeah.
Unix all running
Mm-hmm.
on a
Mm-hmm.
corporate network.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What would accomplish that?
I would say
Right.
vulnerability scan. I think it's used in an audit. I would say that. I think it's C, vulnerability scan, and fuzzing maybe for the services, or vice versa. I don't know. I think
I don't.
vulnerability scan has port scan within it.
Okay, I think it's D.
All right.
I'm gonna go with C.
I'll go with C.
I will go with D. I'm sticking with that
Why do you think
uh,
fingerprinting?
I'm on C.
because that's my first choice, so I'm not changing it.
Okay.
Bingo.
D.
Oh,
Let's read this.
Okay, let's see what fingerprinting is. Fingerprint.
I knew that was part of it. I felt the pull of that word. I was like, what does that mean? I know that means something.
Hmm.
You know how you can do this also? Ascertain the operating system is in when you get those headers, authentication headers or whatever. I can't even define what I'm talking about. Headers.
Those the mod of the day or header of the day to talk about.
No, like on I don't know if it's on messages. If you examine a message
Mm-hmm.
closely, it'll give you some information about where it came from.
Charlie, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Can you copy and paste the definition of fingerprinting on the chat?
No, let's Google it.
Thank you. Add that to my note. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I don't feel that bad when we get those wrong. Stuff we've never heard about. And look here, there's no link for it, so it's not like fingerprinting's that big of a thing. But
Yeah, but when I
it was
when I
it
see
was
fingerprinting, I was thinking about
Me
biometric.
too.
Yeah.
yeah. Here comes Ann again. Remember her?
Hmm.
Holy cow, she's
Yeah,
everywhere.
network
Annie, are
admin.
you okay?
Ann, the network admin, has learned from the help desk that employees are accessing the wireless network without entering their domain credentials upon connection. Once the connection is made, they cannot reach any internal resources, while wired network connections operate smoothly. Which of the following is most likely happening?
It looks like a rogue access point.
Okay. I think it's A.
Yeah. A user has plugged in personally to connect.
It's not about attack or anything because they're just
It's
going
a
on the
rogue
internet, but they
access.
cannot go. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's wireless network.
So should we go
What
with
is
A?
this part of it about?
Credentials.
Something's configured wrong.
That means yeah.
User has plugged in a personal access point at their desk to connect to the network wirelessly? Um,
I think it's a red herring because it says once the connection is made, they cannot reach any internal resources. That
I
means
think it's I
maybe
think it's a I think it's a real I think it's an evil twin. I think it's D.
Yeah, they're
Rogue.
not. Yeah, they're not on the company's.
Real site.
Uh, right.
Let's find out. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
can I read the answer? Not the like go up. Yep. Ah,
So yeah, the road access point basically when they try to access the network, it diverted them to that road access point,
Mm-hmm.
tricking people to think that they're actually on the company website.
Which they
Mhm.
could actually be if they went wired.
Right.
All right. Look at all those links. Here comes Ann again. She's hot tonight. Ann works at a small company and she is concerned that there is no oversight in the finance department. Specifically, that Peter writes, signs, and distributes paychecks, as well as other expenditures. Strange. Which of the following controls can she implement to address this concern? Kaiser, what's that answer, baby?
Okay.
Come on, you know it.
C.
No, come on. What about
Maybe
A?
That's
it's
not a
not A. I was thinking mandatory vacations, but like she wants to separate their duties, doesn't she?
I'm definitely thinking separation of duties. He doesn't
No
why did
oversight. We need to get them out of there so we can look at their computers. I
I'm
don't know.
I'm thinking separation of duties.
All right, all
No,
right,
she
all right.
wants to implement. So I think it's least privilege. No, sorry. Separation of duties.
I'm sticking with mandatory.
I think it's
Oh, I'm wrong.
Well,
DD.
He has way too many
Things to
assignments.
do.
Yeah.
One person is doing so many things.
That's probably the clue, really.
Yeah.
I love that French spelling or whatever that is.
Okay.
Hey, check A's.
Chicks.
X. British.
British spelling, yeah. Peters Corporation has
Yeah.
outsourced help desk services to a large provider. Management has published a procedure that requires all users, when receiving support, to call a special number. Users then need to enter the code provided to them by the help desk technician prior to allowing the technician to work on their PC. Which of the following does this procedure prevent?
Impersonating.
Yeah.
They give you the number to prove who you are, right?
Yeah. It's a security control.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Impersonation.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, Booba.
But you're using it against the technician. You're saying, are you really a technician? I like calling people and telling them I'm a technician. All right.
An
I got it.
administrator needs to segment internal traffic between layer 2 devices within the LAN. Which of the following types of network design elements would most likely be used?
VLAN.
Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, but yesterday he confused me when he said, "Oh, VLAN is layer 3."
He did say that, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And all the switches, they're like layer 3 switches.
Yeah.
he? I mean, he's speaking about. He was trying to say that when you heard switch, you should think layer 2 switch. But
Mhm.
what I took from it was that in the real life, a lot of switches are layer 3 switches,
Mm-hmm.
which
I
confuses the
think
hell out of
like
me.
it does, but I think on like a bigger level, switches and routers are conformed to be
The same
together.
thing, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which device monitors network traffic in a passive manner? Active
Ours.
and passive. IDS, right? Yeah.
Passive manner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it's
means like
asking you
network traffic in a passive manner.
active versus passive, and I think the trick is, I think
I mean,
this is
a
active.
sniffer is pretty passive.
I
You
think
think a
it's
sniffer?
I think it's a trick question tomorrow. I think it sounds passive, but I think when you sniff somebody's ports, like you're almost hacking them.
Mhm.
I think that's what's considered active.
I think sniffer is not like that passive. It's the network admin or someone will know like what's going on.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
it will use your resources.
So
Uh,
is a sniffer a
I can't.
security measure? Does a company use
mhm.
sniffers to secure their systems?
You
Yeah, they
basically
use it.
use it to monitor what's going on your network.
Yeah,
It's a monitoring tool.
Monitoring tool.
So I would say IDS because we know that they said passive all the time.
Mhm.
So I'll go with B.
I'm a little off put by this monitors network traffic. I'll say B, but I kind of like A.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is not a packet analyzer. That's different.
Yes, it is because Nmap is a protocol analyzer.
You're right. Yeah, had a feeling that was it. That sucks. Blah 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 blah. All right. We should have got that one. Let's pick it up.
Allowing unauthorized removable devices to connect to computers increases the risk of which of the following? Data leak prevention, data
ELP.
exfiltration, data classification, data duplication, which is B, I'm
What
afraid.
the heck is deduplication?
I
Data
mean,
Deduplication.
deduplication is taking out all the duplicates.
Oh,
I had to look that one up.
Okay.
A is a non
I think
sequitur.
it's expert.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that A is not.
A doesn't even make sense. B
No.
makes sense.
A is
Yeah,
the only
B.
time this is the only time when DLP is not real. Is the answer
That's
here.
right. That's right. Right.
That's why they
Is-
didn't put DLP. They put D
Yep.
data.
Data
DLP is
deduplication.
data loss prevention.
No,
Yeah.
It's not
it is
leakage.
leakage actually. And some
Data loss.
references,
It's not
some
Data.
references
data
I've
loss.
seen it in some
That must
references.
be a
Yeah,
French
in some
dictionary.
references I've seen leakage.
That's a
No,
French
no, no, no,
dictionary.
no. I really because I thought always it was lost, but I've seen
It
leakage
is
too.
data leakage.
Yes.
Suspicious traffic without a specific signature was detected. Under further investigation, it was determined that these were false indicators. Which of the following security devices needs to be configured to disable future false alarms? Okay, so here's part of the clue.
well,
I
And I
believe it's
believe there is.
this.
Suspicious traffic without specific signature was detected.
Remember, these things can find bad stuff by like two different ways, by doing comparing the signatures to known trouble, or by doing like AI.
I thought it was fake. I think it's signature based, not anomaly based.
I mean, it's saying traffic without a specific signature was detected. Under further investigation, it was determined that these were false indicators. So something's not working
Signatures,
right.
signature,
This is
yes,
not
signature is
working right.
already, yeah, signature is already in place. So maybe they can use anomaly so that they have another layer or another way of looking at uh, whatever is going on, alarms.
I agree.
Well, they're
I
getting
think.
alarms. They're getting
Mhm.
alarms because something's not configured right.
Because it is
Yeah, and
without
it's not
specific.
ID, it's not IPS, so we can rule out A and C. Yep,
Heuristic has got
go
to be in
ahead.
there somewhere.
Mhm.
Anomaly based, or it's not heuristic.
Mhm.
Heuristic is more of a behavior, right?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
like AI learning,
Mhm.
I think. See that's what I was talking about. These sweeps and probes towards network hardware. I think that's like considered hacking. Oh man, the dread in my voice. A security technician has been asked to recommend an authentication mechanism that will allow users to authenticate using a password that will only be valid for a predefined time interval. I know
that's
this
easy.
one.
Yeah, that's taupe. Taupe.
Tatap,
Taupe.
tatap,
Taupe.
Top. Time-based
tatap,
Startup,
one-time password.
startup.
tatap, tatap, tatap.
Yeah.
What were the other ones?
Tot P.
Pap, hotap. You
Okay.
know what this is?
Tab
Uh,
chap.
his
Uh,
name.
that's also one-time password, but
It's
that's
host, I think. I think that
something.
stands for
Post
a
one
host.
time password.
I think so.
Okay.
Hmm.
I got
HR
it.
would. You got it. Go ahead.
HR. Okay. HR would like executives to undergo only two specific security training programs a year. Which of the following provides the best level of security training for the executives? Okay.
Select two.
Acceptable use of social media, data handling and disposal, zero-day exploit, phishing. I think one is D.
D and F.
DNF, yeah.
Phishing threats and
I would say
attack.
like a clean desk, but no, F is not. E is not even good. D and F.
It's
Information
tricky.
I would
security.
say A also. A also.
I think they're
The
expected to know.
HR. I feel like A is
No.
one of those things not for security level training. That's definitely like I hire you. You're supposed to know this social media. Um, but for
Yeah.
security,
That
It's
one,
only D
that
and
that
F.
one, that one strikes me as possible too.
I like
No,
D.
but like it's executives. D and F.
See, John likes
I think
They
Day.
need to.
I think B could be too, because what HR do, they actually hire people and have
Everybody, yeah, they have
applications.
everybody's information.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
data handling and disposal could be a good thing.
Yeah, but this is executives, bro.
Yeah,
You're
they
right.
don't handle.
Yeah.
Normally,
They don't. They don't
handle
deal with.
the.
They don't deal with any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the executive to undergo. So are the executive conducting the training or having the
No,
training?
they're getting trained.
With the
Yeah,
green
I'm
team,
gonna go
okay.
with DNF.
Getting training.
For
I
me,
like
it's
DNF.
between D and E
Phishing.
and D and F.
D is like whaling
I
and
think
security
it's.
awareness.
I'm going with D and E.
D and F.
D and F. What is the information security part of that? There's no answer for that, of course. No, thank you. No. I think that's just a good thing to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, here we go with our freaking OSI model.
Which of the following firewall types inspects Ethernet traffic at the most level of the OSI model?
Oh my God. Ah,
At the most level, that means on level 7.
it means on multiple levels.
Yeah, like oh,
Oh, the multiple
I'm
levels.
assuming it's saying that there's some firewalls inspect Ethernet traffic at some, I don't know.
Yeah, application firewall. I know that for sure. That inspects at the level 7 at the.
Mhm.
That seems to jump out, doesn't it? Application,
Yeah.
because at least application is a level.
Yeah, Yeah, I know that. I heard that before in class. The application firewall. It is a layer 7 firewall. Layer 7 OCI
I
model.
think.
sure. Well, A
I,
is eliminated.
I
Wow.
think it's
State.
B.
We're having debates about A.
No, A is
I think it's
eliminated.
B.
Scratch A out.
I'm with D
Okay.
on this one. Let's find out.
I'm with B. I'm with B.
B. Kaiser's got it. Stateful
Stateful
inspection
Mm.
occurs at
All
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 levels.
levels, and that's okay. We gotta. I gotta take notes of
Yeah,
this.
as Mahmood said, like application is only layer 7. Packet
So,
filter, I don't
so
think that.
packet filter is not even in existence. But
Yeah,
let's
and
let's
proxy
talk about
firewall is.
stateful versus stateless, like
Mm-hmm.
the difference, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
says stateful basically inspects at all levels. Why?
Mhm.
That's a really good interview question.
Is it layers?
Stateful. You are on the list, come in. You are not in the list, no.
Operates at the network layer of the OSI. What?
The packet filtering firewall is a thing.
Oh, it is a thing.
Yeah.
The stateful inspection in the firewall occurs at layer 3 and 4 of the OSI model. It will examine from OSI layer 2 to 4. What? Stateful
2,
inspections
3, 4,
occur at all levels of the network.
all levels of the network.
Okay. The network runs through all the levels. Though.
I don't understand this question at all.
I guess what we can take from it is that out of all the answers, stateful basically has operates on more levels than the
Multiple
rest.
levels. Multiple
Mhm.
Yes,
levels. Yeah.
and
Mhm.
application is only on the application level.
Mhm.
Uh,
That's definitely something we should take from it. Ugh.
a security administrator wants to ensure that the message the administrator sends out to their chief financial officer does not get changed en route. Which of the following is the administrator most concerned with? Data
Integrity.
integrity.
Hmm.
Yep.
Whoa. A review of the company's network traffic shows that most of the malware infections are caused by users visiting gambling and gaming websites. The security manager wants to implement a solution that will block these websites, scan all web traffic for scans of malware, and block the malware before it enters the company network. Which of the following is suited for this purpose?
Sound like a firewall to me.
Block
Access
websites.
control list,
What's
ACL.
what's it? UTM?
Unified Threat Managed Module.
Is that not a thing that we use
That
here?
will block these
That's what I think
websites,
it is. That's what I
scan
think the
all
answer is. Yeah.
web traffic for sign. Okay.
I think
Malware
this.
and block the malware before it enters
I think this part of it
network.
takes it beyond firewall for me, maybe.
Yeah, scan all web traffic. You're right, because firewalls don't scan; they just get what's filtered. They
They're filter,
filter the
right?
traffic.
Mhm.
I'm
And
still
ACL doesn't do all those things either.
no.
No.
That's ACL is almost a filter too, really. All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's
Next
go with
It's
C.
an
Yeah.
it's an all-in application,
next gen
next
firewall is.
generation firewall.
I never knew that's what that was.
Next gen firewall.
Let me put that note there too. Equal NGFW
W.
equal
Unified threat
next
management.
gen firewall. Okay.
What a bunch of weird ads we're getting tonight. I gotta turn my. I need to turn my
Which of the sorry.
thing on. Go ahead.
Which of the following devices will help prevent a laptop from being removed from a certain location?
Cable
Device.
lock.
Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah.
You want to encrypt it into your desk?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cable lock that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
bolt it in.
I'm hoping they come up with those computer screens that are like Tony Stark's computer screens, where you can just pull them up with your hand, like tomorrow.
Which of the following can be performed when an element of the company policy cannot be enforced by technical means? Develop a set of standards, separation of duty, develop privacy use or training.
I'm trying to enforce it by other means. An element of the company policy. I don't think it's a set of standards.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's user training.
Yeah, I think it's D. Develop a privacy policy. That's weird.
It don't make sense.
Separation of duty. It's nothing here. D. Just train you.
All right.
Yeah.
You're cheating on me. I was referencing this if you're curious. Which of the following symmetric key algorithms are examples of block ciphers? Oh, punch me in the neck.
RC4,
RC4,
3DES.
3DES, block cipher, block cipher.
And AES.
Hold on.
Blocker
Let me
scheme.
think about it. So MD5 is a is an algorithm. Okay, so we're talking about algorithms. MD5 is a symmetric key algorithm.
MD5 is a hash.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
It's
symmetric key algorithm. Yeah, they're all hashes. Look at them. They're all hashes.
Well,
the,
some are authentication.
all of these. RC4 is symmetric.
Yeah, they're all
IES
symmetric.
is symmetric. 3DS is symmetric.
Uh-huh.
I know the first three are symmetrics. I don't know about MD5. I don't know about PGP.
MD5 is symmetric as well. PGP, you might as well
No.
cross that out. 'cause
No,
No,
PGP
PG,
is
blowfish.
I think they're
Blowfish
all
is symmetric.
Blowfish. It is symmetric.
Yeah.
Oh, so but you know what? RC4 is a stream cipher. It's not a block.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Revis cipher or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a stream.
Yeah,
I don't know which ones are block ciphers, guys.
I think we had this question before. Something about blocks
All
before.
I know is that there's block ciphers and stream ciphers.
Yeah,
So
RCs.
what we know about AES is the standard, right? That's what everyone uses now. That's the highest standard. Doesn't mean that
Mhm.
it's the only thing that's being used, but that's the standard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
MD5, nobody, it's not recommended to use anymore, but that is a symmetric key algorithm as well.
Mhm.
Blowfish
Yeah.
is like Blowfish is under AES, like it's AES's competition.
No,
Yeah.
Blowfish is a replacement of DES and IDEA.
Right.
Yeah,
These things don't all do the same thing.
No, they don't. Well,
they're all
they
symmetric
all they
encryption.
all are they're all forms of hash algorithms, but they in terms of the amount of block space like key
Mhm.
keys, the amount of keys that they encrypt is different.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
A and D? No, we need 3.
So I'm going with
B, C, and F.
Blowfish. Definitely F.
Well, choose your 3. I'm decidedly hands in the air on this one.
I would go 3DS, Blowfish, and PGP.
All right, choose your answers. Here it
PGP
comes.
is not one. PGP is not one.
No?
PGP says no. Says damn it.
BCF. Okay, I'm going with
You're right.
BCF.
Wow,
Good
Kaiser.
job.
Snuck it in at the end. B,
Yeah, he did.
C, and F.
The only reason I chose all of them was they're similar to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me.
Oh yeah. Oh, I should have known this one. See this one here? This first one? It's like DES makes 1 block.
Yeah, it's triple
Triple
D.
DES makes 3 blocks.
Yeah. And DES is not even, well, it's not even recommended to use anymore. That's why I don't talk about it.
But the one that replaced it,
It was AES.
and it
AES is the
also
standard.
AES.
and it's also a block cipher.
Yes.
And then this Blowfish is also a block cipher.
That was that, like I said,
I
that's
think
the
all the
that's the
advanced one.
competition to AES.
Yeah. Okay, that's tough. I'd write down block ciphers versus stream ciphers, but I already have it written down.
Yeah. And there's only one stream cipher. It's
What?
RC4.
RC4?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But there is an RC5 and RC6.
Is there?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about RC5 and 6.
Me either.
I got it. A customer has provided an email address and password to a website as part of the login process. Which of the following best describes the email address? Authorization? Identification.
Authentication.
Well, I think it's
No.
asking you what part is the email address, what part is the password. The email address
Password
is
is
probably that's like the username.
identification. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
identification.
Oh, with part of. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
D says Srijana.
Definitely identification.
I'm still on A. I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Yes, Hannah.
A. So it's like your username.
Yeah, after you put your password,
Who you
becomes
are.
the authentication. Yeah.
And then the authentication would be your password.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But this was asking just the email address. Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
misunderstand the question.
that was easy to do. Oh my. The CIO has mandated web-based customer relationship management business functions be moved offshore to reduce cost, reduce IT overheads, and improve availability. The chief risk officer has agreed with the CIO's direction, but has mandated that key authentication systems be run within the organization's network. Which of the following would best meet the CIO and CRO's requirements? Ugh. So this guy wants this.
Okay, so what they want?
This guy wants this, but this guy also wants these. And just
Software as a service.
that's too soft. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah. Infrastructure.
Why they put like
I like
offshore?
what's
Just like throw you off.
that's no, I think that's just like what commonly happens.
What's happening is they trying to reduce cost.
But if you put it like on cloud, you don't even know like where that. Mostly like but it's software as a service. That will reduce
I
your
think the
cost.
fact that it's doing that key authentication or whatever makes it infrastructure.
So when it said it wants the key authentication system to be run within the organization's network, that to me says that it's not software as a service, because software as a service almost means that you're not really running it, you're just managing it.
Yeah, but to your point, if they're keeping that shit in house, maybe they just are using just software as a service.
That's what I was thinking.
Like the fact that they won't let the key stuff go out. I was thinking that they were letting the key stuff go out, but you just said that they're not.
They're not. They want to keep it
They wanted to
in-house.
keep it within.
So they only want to use the software.
Yeah, maybe that's more. That sounds
Yeah.
right. Now that I think
I
about
mean,
it. What do you
Okay,
think, Sam?
software as a service, you can definitely reduce your cost. The first goal is met. The second part is like authentication system. I think that's what you can also do with software as a service.
Yeah. So because you don't want to run your business or your network on another service infrastructure or another service platform. So you only want to use the software. We don't use the program. Because if you
Okay.
run all your business on the cloud, then you're not keeping you're not meeting the requirement here.
Let's find out.
Yeah, you're not moving everything. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
But the
I was ready for D.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, don't say D because that's what happens.
Which of the following security benefits would be gained by disabling a terminated user account rather than deleting it? Retention of user keys, increased login and access, retention of user active.
Or this.
I think it's A.
I agree. You guys feeling A?
What's the
Yeah,
difference between
C
A and
is
C?
okay. Here, user directories and files, they are still there. The only difference is like they will not have like a user tag with it, like okay, user number or what I don't know what they call it, but like uh, the user ID is
Yeah.
not associated with the directories and files. So if you just disable them, they will be still there, and you can see like okay, this person left, but like he created this directory or he owned it. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking it's A.
yeah,
A.
All right, good. 10 more minutes. Let's finish strong. Oh no. Layer 7 devices are used to prevent specific types of HTML. Layer 7 devices used to prevent specific types of HTML tags are called
Firewalls or content filters too.
Content filters.
Yeah.
content
Yeah, I
filters.
think it's B. Yeah.
HTML.
Yeah. B.
Jeez. Internet banking customers currently use an account number and password to access their online accounts. The bank wants to improve security on high-value transfers by implementing a system which calls users back on a mobile phone to authenticate the transaction with voice verification. Which of the following authentication factors are being used by the bank? Okay, so
Something you are.
it's got it's account number and password, so that's something you know, or
Something you are.
well, there's three
That's
parts of it.
your biometric.
Yeah, something yours, your biometric. They
So
call
that's
you
your
back
voice.
on you call you back on your mobile phone.
It's C. No, it's D. Something you have.
Okay.
No, it's
Use an account number and password to access. Account number and
that's something
password.
you know, guys. That's A.
You have to have so it's not something you are.
Well, it could be out of order, I guess.
Okay. The first part,
Maybe it's D. Could be if it's out of
currently use an
order.
account number and password. Account number and password. That's
Something
like
you.
you know, right?
Yep,
Something
something you
you
know. Put that on the list. The answer has to have that.
And then they want to add something you are.
Yeah, voice verification is something you are.
Yep. And then what about the phone call? That's got to be something you have. You got to have
Yeah.
the phone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's D.
D is our guess. C.
Okay.
No explanation. Something you
Something
are, something you do, something you know.
What do you do?
you pick up the phone
I guess you pick up the phone.
How about if you don't have the
or answer the phone.
picking up the phone or having the
Well,
phone?
then you shouldn't be doing any high value transfers.
Large. Yeah.
Damn.
Mhm.
Select two.
A recent audit has revealed weaknesses in the process of deploying new servers and network devices. Which of the following practices could be used to increase the security posture during deployment? Select two. Deploying new servers and network devices. They are weaknesses. So you wanna
I like B and I like C.
B?
I like
B, I
B.
like it.
B I
Okay,
like
B
for the
for passive
devices, and then C for the
and C. I like both B and C.
right
Yeah.
Lock
default
in.
unnecessary. All right, we've gotten most of them tonight. Here comes Ann, my girl. Ann, an employee, is visiting Peter, an employee in human resources. While talking to Peter, Ann notices a spread. Ann, what a mischievous little minx she is. While talking to Peter, Ann notices a spreadsheet open on Peter's computer that lists the salaries of all employees in her department. Which of the following forms of social engineering would best describe this situation?
D.
It's shoulder surfing. Ann,
Yeah.
little
And
shoulder surfer.
Sneaking B.
not the
Yeah.
and.
She's always up to something, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's
Sneaking
always
A,
up to
sneaking
something.
B.
She's always screwing Peter over. uh, oh, God. A video surveillance audit recently uncovered that an employee plugged in a personal laptop and used the corporate network to browse inappropriate and potentially malicious websites after hours. Which of the following could best prevent a situation like this from happening again, from occurring again? This
C.
is C, physical port security, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was a lot of bad behavior there. Which of the following devices would be most
It's pretty
useful?
brave to do that at
Which
work.
of the following
Wait,
device?
what?
Load balancer.
Mahmoud just got the answer. Which of the following devices would be most useful to ensure availability when there are a large number of requests to a certain website? Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
right on the money.
Bingo. H100.
What were you surfing? We're getting all those ads.
I have no idea why I'm getting these ads. I don't know what they are. I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know. I'm not on the internet very much, believe it or not. So I don't know where those ads are coming from. What search algorithm?
Which country are you coming from right now?
I'm not, I don't even have it on right now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which of
So,
the following tools would a security administrator use in order to identify all running services throughout an organization?
mm, hmm. Security
Uh,
admin.
so architectural review.
Either you can do B or C.
I'm thinking between A or D.
I would think is A.
Question
Tools.
is, what does this term mean?
Mahmoud. Tools. Tools. To
Tools.
Yeah.
identify running services. Yeah.
Mm,
Mhm.
Yeah, you're
Either
right.
pen testing or port scanner.
then give me C.
Then C. Good job, guys. Up there. C. Bravo, Hannah.
Bravo, Hannah. Couple more, guys. Let's finish strong. Anne would like to forward some personally identifiable information to her HR department by email, but she's worried about the confidentiality of the information. Which of the following would accomplish this task securely? I think
D.
personally identified
I mean,
department.
hashing is really obvious,
No.
but I feel
No,
like it's
hashing
something
is
else.
just like verifying. Hashing is like verifying your contents, like they are
It
not
it it
changed.
it, it verifies the integrity of your
Yeah.
message.
Mm-hmm. This is
Yes,
the
but she doesn't want anyone to see
She's worried about the
confidentiality, which is
confidentiality.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you want to
yeah
encrypt it.
So with that, you would,
encrypted. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I was on this one the
that's the
whole
only
time. I
digital.
thought it was that the whole time, but now I'm on D.
Mm,
hmm
okay,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these questions, I really have to
digital
take my time and
signature.
read.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What mattered here? Did this matter? This was supposed to put you
No,
off.
digital signature, Charlie.
That was supposed to put you onto that.
Digital signature is like something like verifying like it's you who's sending kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it does it give you confidentiality or just integrity? I don't know. All right, last one.
No,
According to company policy, an admin must logically keep the human resources department, we already know the answer to this, Human Resources Department separated from the Accounting Department. Which of the following would be the simplest
I
way?
go with A all day. A.
Nid says dum dum.
Mhm.
Give us the VLAN.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Let's quit on something we actually know.
We actually know and know really well.
Jeez.
It was
That
good
was
today.
that was good.
Did we get anything figured out or what? I don't know. I feel like
Yeah. Still,
I
I need to
Well, I
know.
tell you what we learned today. We learned
T-
fingerprinting.
fingerprinting.
Yeah.
And also
Uh-huh.
TFTP is UDP port 69.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was
I,
that? What was that 989 991 though?
it was
Oh, that was
FTPS
the
uses
S.
over
S.
yeah,
TCP.
Yeah.
yeah.
FTP over SSL.
Yo, I haven't
Basically,
gone
your
to the CompTia website in a while to look at the acronyms we need to know or the ports. I don't know if like 989 990 is within the list of the ones we need to know. I'm gonna guess it is, but
Mm, I can tell you, I got it open. Hold on.
do you have the you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the objectives.
Mhm.
Mm,
I gotta be honest with you. Some like just going through these questions is starting to pain me, but I think that's the learning.
it's definitely getting more comfortable to be able to try to like, you know, approach these questions.
Mhm.
I wish I could I wish I could figure out which section I'm sucking in, if there is one particular
en-
section.
encryption, PKI, and port numbers. Port numbers
Yeah.
we need to remember.
Mhm.
PKI encryption, and we need to work
So
more on
I
that.
don't see like they don't have actual port numbers in the objectives. They
No,
just have no.
they have
They
protocols, I
just
wonder.
randomly come here
Yes,
and there. Yeah.
yes.
So, I mean, I wonder if it gives us, see if it has FTPS.
What section would that be in?
I
Oh,
don't
hold on.
know.
Let me look at all the way at the end. Okay, FTPS.
Just for example.
It does. It has FTP,
Yep.
FTPS.
Mhm. SFTP.
Uh, yep, SFTP.
Yep. Okay, so it's got all of them.
Yep, yep.
uh, one of the ones we were bitching about, Srijana, last time was the EAP, PEEP, EAP TLS, EAP this, EAP that. It's a
Oh
lot.
yeah, yeah.
Eep,
So
eep.
I made flashcards on those stupid things because I'm just like, what the hell? But PEEP is just like an improved version of EAP, right? It's
Protected EAP, I think.
it's the encapsulated version,
Mhm.
like with the conversation, the EAP conversation.
Yeah, that one that was that one that really annoyed me though, was that TFTP one, that transitive or whatever it is, FTP. That one annoyed the shit out
Trivial.
of me.
Trivial.
Trivial FTP.
Yeah,
God, that's annoying.
that's very unsecure.
We did not pick that up, as I remember. What are you laughing at, Srijana?
Look at you know what, like I'm so glad I came over here because I haven't even purchased a book yet, right?
Yep.
So first thing, that's the thing I want to do because I was like really reading from the book and the class and the textbook and stuff. So
Mhm.
I think I'm going to start like buying the book and get serious with it because this is
Mhm.
really helpful. So
Yeah.
you have got 90 questions or something and you have limited time, so you should be able to do this thing faster. And the
Yeah.
TFTP, we don't have time to discuss it through, right? This is really helpful.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think if we were to evolve this night, I think we would try to like put a timer up that says like 1 minute per question and try to do them that way because that I mean that's the pace. I mean that's the pace that they give you, like 90 questions, 90 minutes. But there are those like graphical ones that take
Mhm.
longer. So it's more like 45 seconds a question.
Uh, and
I
we
mean,
don't
I
have
get.
time,
Sorry.
and we don't have time to, like we have very few seconds to look at the question and answer it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I see
One
today.
1 minute, I guess.
Yeah.
One,
That's kind of
one,
we're still kind of like going slow and talking them out together. Like if we're our final level would be to go our own route and like build like a Kahoot and like
right.
test ourselves that way.
Yeah.
Make it like 45 seconds. I mean I'll do that one of these days. I think there are Kahoots you can use too.
Is
In
it
the
like
I was like, so slow looking at the question, but as it went further, I was able to look at those words faster. So it really helped me. In the beginning, I was
Yeah.
like a novel, right? Like, oh, wait,
You
and
have
then it
to read
faster.
all of them. Yeah.
But look at this
Yeah.
one. Look at this question error. Let me share again. This wasn't an example that is going to make perfect sense right now, but like look at this. Like this right here, this word, that might if that's different, if that's just like an analyst or something, that could be totally different. The question could be.
Mm-hmm.
Just for example, like that. So it's like you can't just blow through the question. You have to really read it, which sucks because I like blowing through the questions.
And by the way, I do not see what was it, TFTP? That is not in the um anything of the CompTia objectives.
Well, let's just be mindful that we're getting these questions from pastcomptia.com, which is an unofficial place. So,
Yeah,
but at least we're able to go through them better.
absolutely.
The way we were doing it at first, we were going off like a PDF, and Nana kept showing the answers. So it didn't work.
Where is Nana?
I have no
I
idea
haven't
where
seen.
Nana is. I miss Nana and Kurtley and everybody we used to have. But we've had a varying group. We had 10 people here one night. So
Hmm?
I don't know. Who knows? Well, we're back at it tomorrow night. Let's get off so we're not burned out.
Yeah.
all right, guys? Good
Yeah.
night.
We
Awesome.
missed
See you tomorrow
Safia's
night.
explanation.
Yeah, Srijana, we're on Fridays too. We do Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday there's like level up sessions. So
Before you guys go, recommend me a book. Is it like you guys are getting it from Target, see,
we're all
Security Plus,
ordering it. I think we're all ordering. We've all ordered the same one from Amazon. This is what it looks like. I think
Amazon,
By
right?
Daryl Gibson.
it's
Oh,
Daryl Gibson with one L, Darril. I don't know if that's the authoritative book. I'm kind of annoyed because if you look at the back of the book, there's a terrible typo. Do you notice this? Pass the CompTia Security Plus exam the first you take it. You notice that? It should be the first time you
I did
take
not
it.
even.
I'm an old editor. I used to do that for a living. The first time you take it, I thought that was terrible. But you should have seen me reading that cybersecurity Bible book. Holy cow. I was throwing that thing around left and right. All right. Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow, guys.
All
Appreciate
right.
See
it.
you
See you.
tomorrow. Good night. Bye
Thanks for
bye.
coming, Srijano.
Bye.
Great to have you. You're
Good
welcome
night.
anytime.
yeah. I need to like really, really uh, get hang with you guys because you guys are really helping me a lot. So
Yeah. Like you're gonna be a little bit behind our pace, but don't worry about that. Just do it your own thing, you know?
yeah.
So
I think like I don't get intimidated by that, but I want to. I will be coming because first of all, I'm going to buy the book tonight, and
yeah.
then I will come because even though I'm not reading the book over there, but I can still catch those words, So how
Yeah.
those questions.
I think you'll
That's
find out when you get the book that it's a little bit like what we've learned in class, but obviously just a layer deeper.
yeah. No worry. Don't ask me any questions because I don't know the answer, but I will just
Ask me
listen.
no questions and I'll tell you no lies.
Oh, so that's like
All
Kaiser
right,
and
guys.
so that
Yeah.
is so see the number is 601, right?
Well,
601.
here's the thing now. Let's make sure we get this straight. It depends on
Okay.
when you're
All
taking
right,
it.
guys. I need to go.
See you, Kaiser.
See you.
See you, Kaiser.
Bye.
If you're taking it before July, if you're thinking of taking it before July, you want to do 501. But if you're going to take it after July, it's 601 because it's a changing over. It's like, so studying for one will be useful for studying for the other, of course. It's not different material, but it's different percentages of what's covered in the test.
Okay.
Um, Let me see if I can find a video for you real
Okay.
quick.
Oh, so that okay. So I will definitely will be doing after July. So I think I should be getting the 601, right?
Yeah, yeah. So here you go. Just like,
Okay.
I mean, and you know this. I'm sure you've seen this,
See,
but
I'm like, I'm not even in the same page, and that's why I only focus on the classroom, and this is what I should be focusing on right now.
yeah. So we're all studying for 501, but that'll be stuff that you'll see in 601.
Okay.
It's like it's just how they do these tests. They redo it. They make it
Yeah.
updated. They change a few names.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. Thank you so much, Charlie, because I will do that and start learning because I think it will take me a long time to get ready for the exam. So I think I'll be joining
I
you
mean,
every day.
I'm thinking it takes about 3 months to get it.
Okay.
Like if you're doing it a bunch. I mean, it's just a lot. So,
Okay.
all right, Sujana.
All right, Charlie. Thank you
Bye
so
for
much.
now. Yep, we'll see you.
All right.
Bye.